YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my videos. What's going on? Today in this video, I'm gonna be talking about this right here. Okay, for company drivers. All right. Drivers. All right, we got sound. All right. Man, this YouTube be getting on my nerve because like I did all that work building up to man, now I had to do it over. Yeah, man, appreciate you. Duke, what's going on? So hopefully everybody come over to this video. So yeah, like I was saying, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about 401ks and IRAs specifically for company drivers, W-2 guys. If you're not in trucking, I mean, you could apply these same type of stuff I'm gonna talk about. Look, you got to bear with me. Disclaimer, okay? Disclaimer. Look, this is just my experience. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my experience throughout my working career. And I'm just sharing this information. So, take it with a grain of salt. So, I'm doing this video. I do these videos unscripted right off the top of my head. And like, I probably won't cover everything, but I'm going to get a lot of the stuff. No new friends. Finally got a new live. Got a live. Yeah, man, that's what my videos be about, man. I'm just trying to help guys. But anyway, so I was saying that most W-2 guys for company drivers, okay, can do this, right? This is easy. But some guys are scared to do real estate, okay? And like I was saying in the other video, you can do real estate as a W-2 guy. You got a better chance at doing real estate as a W-2 guy because you got a better chance at qualifying for mortgages. Banks love W-2 people because they perceive as being stable. Look, y'all, look at my fake money. Oh, man. Sorry about that. I just had this money sitting up there. It's this fake money. It's fake money, y'all. I don't know. I just wanted to do that. But anyway, guys who are W-2 have a better chance qualifying for mortgages. So like if you want to get the best thing I suggest if you're a company driver, yeah, man, what's going on? D Major, what's going on? If you're a company driver and you got good credit, at least 720 or better, 720 credit score or better, I suggest look at getting a 4 unit. You got a better chance of getting a 4 unit because what you can do is you can qualify for 3%. You can qualify for residential. You can qualify for a residential loan product to get a commercial property. Okay, so you get a 4 unit. 4 unit and less is residential. 5 and above is commercial. So if any of you guys never bought a home before and you out there shopping for a house right now, I suggest getting a 4 unit. Don't go out there and buy a $200,000-$300,000 single family house, okay, when you could have bought a $300,000, $200,000 4 unit investment property, okay, on 3% down. You can get an FHA loan on it. You can get residential financing. Okay. So you put 3% down, in some cases 0% down. So long as you tell the bank that you're gonna live in the property, you good to go. So Before I start the video, I just want to, because I already talked about it before, but you know, I gotta talk about it, man. I gotta get it out, get it off my chest. Okay. So here's a 4-unit. Okay. Here's a 4-unit. Okay. It's a 4-unit. Okay. You did your research in the area, and each unit rents for about $900 a month, $950 a month, $850 a month. Okay. But the bank won't give you the loan as a W-2 person. When you're a truck driver, this is like the best thing you can do, because if you're an over the road truck driver, you're a regional guy, you home on the weekends or something like that, this is perfect. Okay. Because I got a system where, you know, my properties, I manage them all on my own. Okay. I don't have a property manager. I have a system in place where I can manage all my properties. Okay. It's easy. I have an app that I use to collect rent. I have an app to get handyman, handy repairman, and stuff like that. I can manage my properties right on my phone. Okay. Easy. It's easy. Now, if you ain't never done it, the perception is hard. What? And so, you know, the perception is hard. What? I ain't want to be getting no calls from tenants. You won't get no calls from tenants. Okay. you got leases in place. You're professional. You won't get no calls. But anyway, so the bank, as a W-2 guy, the bank won't give you the money unless you live in one. Okay. So each one of the units is making 900. I talked about this before. That's $2,700 a month right there for 3 properties. You're living in one. You're living rent free. Okay. If you're an over the road truck driver and you be gone, it don't matter. It don't matter. Okay. Now, if you're a local truck driver, then you'll be home. Now, in the business, a lot of people are scared to do this because they're scared to live next door to their tenants. You're the landlord and you live next door on top of your tenants, right? But as W-2 guys, y'all can do this. Okay. If you're a W-2 guy, this is the easiest way to do this. Okay. And in the mortgage paperwork, you have to tell the bank, I'm gonna live in the property. Some of them have contingencies, like you got to live in the property for 12 months or something like that, 24 months. Once the 12 months go by, you can go ahead and move out this one and rent this one out for 900, and then go buy another one as a W-2 guy on a 30-year mortgage, on a 15-year mortgage. Okay. So as a W-2 guy, we can do this. Y'all can do this. Okay. You put 3% down. Okay. A 4-unit, you can shop around. A 4-unit is going to run you about $250,000. Okay. $250,000, 3% down. Okay. I'm a calculator. 250 times, hold on, 250 times 0.03. That's 7,500. That's 7,500. That's $7,500. 7,500 plus closing costs. Closing costs is probably going to be another 2,000. All in at closing, you're going to need 7, 8, 9. You're going to need 95. You're going to need about $10,000 at closing. As a W-2 guy. As a W-2 guy, y'all can do this. You can do this. Okay. Why go and get a single family house for 250,000, 300,000 when you can go get an income producing property? You put this on a 15-year mortgage, this thing will be paid off. If you got Section 8 tenants in this, that's guaranteed money, man. I got two Section 8 tenants in my property. During Corona, tell you the truth, the rent went up during Corona because one of my tenants was having a hardship. And so one of my tenants submitted a hardship thing to the Section 8 people, and they paid out more rent due to Corona. Okay. So that's kind of a sidebar. Y'all can do this. But in this video, I'm going to talk about 401ks for company drivers. 401ks. Okay. For company driver. Okay. I think everybody was still stuck on that other video. Come on over here to the new video. Come on. But okay. 401k and IRA investing for company drivers. Okay. It's not that hard. Okay, it's not that hard. Okay. You know, I was a company driver for a little while. As a company driver, I made anywhere between, let's say, 800 a week to almost high as like 1,600 a week. During the busy months. January, February, March, April, May, between like May, June, all the way to like July, August. I remember as a company driver, I would hit 1,500 a week checks, like 2-3 solid months of like 1,500 because it's so busy. It's so many loads. The loads are lining up. Okay. And I was doing about $1,500 a week. It wasn't steady because once the busy season dip off, your check go back to like 1,000 a week. Okay. $950 a week, $1,100 a week. But as a company driver, okay, I'm gonna use $1,000 a week. Okay, I'm gonna use $1,000 a week because 1,000 is an easy round number to do this video with. So if you make $1,000 a week, okay, as a company W-2 driver. Jason Andrews said, hold on, y'all. Jason Andrews said off top, fast as far as adding truck drivers, they only want $1,280 a month. Oh, I would want $1,267. If you can get a policy through Lancer Insurance, I would do it. Last time I checked, Lancer Insurance don't allow new authorities. You got to have 2 years in business. Last time I checked. But if they change their guidelines, do it. Do it. So you got to understand the reasons why I tell guys to go to OOIDA. OOIDA, they take new authorities. Okay. Lancer allows you to grow up to like 4 or 5 trucks. Now, I'm not talking about your LLC. I'm talking about your operating authority. Do you have your authority, Jason Andrew? I didn't know you had your authority. But anyway, so I'm talking about your authority, active authority on the CFSA website. Booking loads with your own truck and trailer. That's what I meant. So when you call up insurance company, they're going to ask you what your DOT number is. You're going to give it to them. And then they're going to run your authority. You can't lie to them. They're going to know. So you're a company driver, $1,000 a week. Okay. When I was a company driver, I paid about $30 for medical insurance. taxes. As a company driver, since Trump changed the insurance. Oh, Chase and Andrew, you had your authority? Okay. Huh. All right. Yeah, he been doing something smart behind the scenes. All right. I got to go back and watch your videos. I didn't know you had your authority. Okay. So, as a company driver, you can qualify for certain different tax breaks because you're a company truck driver. Before Trump changed the tax rules, you could take per diem and schedule 2106 deductions, schedule A deductions, cell phone, reimburse employee expenses, non-reimbursed employee expenses that you pay towards doing your job, but the company don't pay for. Every guy, you buy clothes to do your job. Some companies actually supply you uniforms, but you can write off clothes, okay, gloves, cell phone bill, all the basic stuff as a company driver. But since Trump changed it, now company drivers have to take the per diem in their paycheck. So typically when you get hired on at a company as a W-2 job, they're going to have an election to get the per diem in your paycheck. Most guys do it, but you got to understand that comes with a fee. Okay. If you get paid by the mile, the pay will probably be like 40 cents a mile. Okay. 40 cents a mile without per diem. And then with per diem, it'll be, I don't know, like 42 cents a mile or 43 cents a mile that's per diem. The extra 2-3 cents, that's per diem. And when you get your check, it'll be broken all down. Okay. So that basically offsets your taxes. Okay. So that's why I'm saying that. All right. So if you make $1,000 a week times point, I don't know, $1,000 times 0.12, that's basically $120 in taxes. More or less, depending on your situation. I don't know y'all situations. Maybe you got kids, you got child support, you got other things coming out of your check. Okay. And then you got some other stuff, FICA and all this other stuff. State. I live in Georgia, so it's probably about $40 for state. Okay. Okay. So let's do $1,000 minus 30 for healthcare, minus 120 for basic taxes, depending on the state where you live in, minus 40. You're looking at $810 a week, roundabout. Okay. About $810, about $800 a week after all this bullshit done. Okay. About $800 a week. Okay. About $800 a week. Okay. And I know some of y'all, as much as I talk about this in my videos, a truck driver can obtain to be a millionaire. Okay. If you use the trucking industry, okay, you can live in your truck. I know some guys, they're not just trying to do that. They're frowned upon that. They ain't gonna do it. No, I ain't living in my truck. You just got to figure something out, man. Either you want to have fun or you want to, because guys like Chase and Andrew, like he's young, he's in his 20s. Somebody like him can easily be a millionaire in 10 years. Invest your money outside of trucking, dump your money in real estate, dump your money in 401k and all kind of stuff, man. You can get out, you can get the hell out this business. You can use this business and get out of it, because running in this business for 20, 30 years, it ain't easy, man. You just running in the truck. Okay. So you got to figure out how to work this money. You got to figure out how to work it. Because, you know, some guys are making more than this. Some guys are making less, but I'm using 1,000 because it's an easy number. Okay. So you got 810 a week after taxes. It's probably some more stuff in here. Okay. For you guys that don't want to live in your truck, it's all subjective. Living in your truck is all subjective. Okay. You can still have friends and stuff, man. You can come home on the weekend or come home every 2 weeks, you know, but most guys, they, you know, I don't know. Instant gratification is just something else in this country. It's just something else. But for you guys that got an apartment, you got a charger and all that stuff, you wasting all your money. Okay. So you got an apartment. Okay. $800 a month. You paying light bill at a place that you're not home all the time. So your light bill is probably about $80 a month. Some places, if you're paying rent, you might pay rent. Your water might be in your rent payment. But for the sake of this video, your water may be $25 a month. Let's see, water, lights. Let's see. What else? I know some of y'all got a charger. Okay. $500 a month for the charger. I know this is a conservative number. I mean, most guys out here getting chargers for $600-700 a month for car payment. Insurance. Some of y'all insurance is $100 a month for the insurance. You know. What else? You spending about $450 a month in food. Okay. What else kind of household expenses you got? Let's see, rent, light bill, water bill. I'm trying to think of some other bills. Some other bills will come to me. But that's it. Rent, light bill, and water, food. And I say about $400 a month in spending money. Okay, $400 a month in spending money. So let's add all this stuff up and see what we got. So we got 800 plus 80 plus 25 plus 500 plus 200 plus 450 plus 400. So you got $2,455 in bills a month. Okay. So you went to work as a company driver. After taxes, insurance, and stuff like that, you got $800 a week times 4. Okay, let's see, 810 times 4. You got $32.40 a month as a company W-2 company driver. Okay, this is about average, you know. You ain't working hard, but you ain't lazy. Okay. Um, just average company drive 1,000 a week, that's 3,240 a month after taxes and all this other stuff. Okay, minus your bills. This is your bills right here. Bills. Okay. I don't know if y'all can read that. Okay. Minus 2455. We got $785 left a month to invest. $785 a month. Now, if you get rid of this charger payment and go and get you a pay for hoopty, $5,000-$10,000 car, you can up this right here. You can up this $785. But this is most guys right here. They're paying $500 or $600 a month for a car that they don't drive all the time because they on the road. If you driving local, you probably doing this. Okay. You spending $400 a month in pocket money. You got pocket money. That's $400 a month in pocket money. Pocket money. It's just money in your pocket. That's $100 a week. $450 a week in food. You go to lunch, you go out on the weekend. It's $450 a month spending money for food and whatnot, ins and odds. I mean, tell you the truth, this ain't a bunch of money. This is a tight budget right here. This is really a tight budget. Okay. But for the sake of this video, I want to show y'all about investing. So remember this number right here. This number right here, 785. Okay. 785. So we got $785 to invest into a 401k. Okay, $785 to invest into a 401k or IRA. Okay. So if you work at a decent Fortune 500 company in Snyder, JB Hunt, Knight Transportation, Swift, Crete, all the big company driver jobs out here. Crete, Martin Transport, Warner, US Express, you making $1,000 a week with those expenses right there, right? Okay, your job, the company that you work for, they have a 401k plan. You call HR, okay? You call HR and you call down there and you say, hey, Miss Human Resources person, hey, Mrs. HR person, I want to get on the 401k plan. I watched this guy on YouTube, 44 Trucker. He told me I need to invest. I want to get some information about the 401k. So they give you the information and they sign you up for the 401k. You go into the account, you start looking around inside the 401k account, and you're trying to figure out how much money can you invest? How much money can you invest? You looked at your budget, you got $785 a month in your pay that you can invest in the 401k. Okay. So, I know Dave Ramsey. I don't know if any of y'all watch Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey talks about saving 15% of your pay in a 401k plan. Me personally, I don't agree with that because that's just a blanket statement, because not everybody Not everybody's life is the same, but I get it. It gets people thinking about investing. I get it. So, I mean, me personally, I think you should save 50% of your income, but that's something you got to work up to. Not everybody can do it. Okay. You have to build your lifestyle up to a point where you can put 50% of your income into a 401k or 50% of your income. Like you can do 25 in 401k, 25% in real estate or something like that. So investing needs to become part of your life. Investing needs to become a regimen, just like exercising. It needs to become a part of your whole mantra, so to speak. Part of your mission on life is investing. Always invest forever. Yeah, that's normal. When I bought my truck from, hold on, y'all. 9 Vault says, is it normal Snyder Truck Sale wants me to wire them money? They will overnight the title. Yeah, that's normal. When I bought my truck from Snyder Finance, I had to wire them the money, and they sent the title. Wiring money isn't a big deal. It's everything is the transaction is safe, is verified. You get a confirmation and everything. Typically, you have options when you wiring money. You can wire the money, you can send them a certified check, or there are other ways to do it if you don't feel comfortable wiring the money. So, but Snyder is a big company. They're not going to take your money. Make sure that you're dealing with somebody that's competent on the other side of the phone. But typically, when they send you that instruction, the instructions on the letterhead telling you where to wire the money to, the account number, and all that stuff, you got to go to your bank and you're going to get a confirmation, a tracking number telling you about the transaction. So it's not a big deal, man. Ain't nothing to be scared of. People wire money every day of the week. It ain't no big deal. So, but anyway, so you talking with HR, and you want to invest. You trying to figure out how much money you found it out. You watched my videos and you found out $785 in your budget you can invest. Good job. Okay, so you make $1,000 a week. Okay, you make $32.40 a month. Divided by 15%. Hold on, 32.40 times 15%. Okay. Dave Ramsey says 32%. I mean 32%. Dave Ramsey says 15% of your income for retirement. I don't agree with that, but for the sake of this video, let's talk about it. So, what was our take-home pay a week? Our take-home pay a week was $810 a week after taxes. So $810 a week. I know some of y'all may get paid every 2 weeks. Some guys get paid every week. It depends on the company you work for. The companies I worked for when I was a company driver, I get paid every week. So, you know, I be talking to people sometimes and like they make like it's a big difference in getting paid every 2 weeks or every week. It don't matter, man. It's just a difference in frequency when you get the money. It don't matter if you get paid every 2 weeks, once a month. It don't matter. It's all the same money. Like I be talking to people, I'll be like, man, I be wanting to punch them. But anyway, so we said our pay is $810 a week. Okay. Now you're gonna have some options when it's time to figure out you want to get into the 401k. Okay. You got you can do a Roth election, or you can do tax deferred election. You can do tax deferred. Me personally, I think you should do the Roth. That's my opinion. But most people never take the time to do the research to understand the difference between the two. Okay, as a company driver, they just be like, oh, well, I'm in the 401k and I'm doing good. A lot of people invest in their 401k and they never put the money into any investments inside the 401k. They just got the money going in there. They never log on to it and look and see what the money is invested in. I'm going to talk about that. So when you're a company driver and the HR, they got the application. Some of them require you to fill out a paper application. Some of them, some companies automatically enroll you when you hired and everything. So you got to decide which one you want, Roth or tax deferred. I suggest the Roth, okay? But some people select tax deferred. I think that's stupid, but some people do it. Here's the difference between a Roth and a tax deferred. Okay, a Roth allows you to put money post tax. That means after you pay your taxes. Okay, so once you done paid FICA and your medical insurance and all that, you put, as far as our budget, you make $810 a week. You put money using this number. So if you tell the human resources person, hey, I want 15% of my check going into a Roth, they're going to do it based on this number right here. If you select tax deferred, you're going to get I think somebody just came. You're going to get, the contribution is going to go in with this number, tax deferred pre-tax. Okay. They're going to use the pre-tax number. Pre-tax is the $1,000 a week, your gross. So they're going to use this number. Okay. And so depending on which one you choose is going to, dictate how you do your taxes. Some guys like having that tax deduction when they do their taxes. So what happens is 15% of 1,000 is 150. 150 a week, right? This number, this right here, the $150 a week, you get to deduct that on your taxes. Okay, so 150 a week times 52. If you multiply this times 52 weeks, this is going to give you $7,800. It's going to give you a $7,800 tax deduction if you use tax deferred. Okay. But there's a caveat. This 15%, this $150 that you putting in your 401k every week out of your check, you got to pay taxes on it when you turn all the growth and the money that's being taxed, that is being taxed, all the growth that this money earns while it's in your 401k. When you turn 59 and a half, you got to pay taxes on it. Okay. And so let me go on investor.gov. 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 Okay. Compound interest calculator. Okay, I'm gonna do so let's do, say you just started at a company. Initial investment is 0 because you just started. Monthly contribution, okay, you're making 1,000 a week. Okay, 150 a week times 4, that's $600 a month. 600. And you planning on working at this company for, let's pick a number, man, 25 years. Typically, the estimated interest rate that a typical 401k out here is earning about 10, 11, 12%. I'm gonna put 11%. Okay. And let's say semi-annually, let's calculate it. Okay, we're looking at, if you was to select tax deferred, when the HR person asks you what kind of program you want to invest in, and if you was to select tax deferred, you would have 800,000, $86, $382, okay, in your account after 25 years of working. Now, since you put tax deferred, you're gonna have to pay taxes. You're gonna have to pay taxes on this money. Okay. You know, in 25 years, you don't know what the tax rate gonna be. The government can't make up their mind what tax rate gonna be. So you got to pay taxes on this money. You don't know what the tax is gonna be, but say if it's 20%, 20% tax rate. Okay, and $76 in taxes on this money. Now you don't pay it all at one time. As you draw on the money as an income source in your retirement, okay, each time you draw on it, you got to pay taxes on it. When you file your taxes, when you pull the money out, you don't got to pay taxes. Depending on the brokerage company that your company has, they're going to take the taxes out for you. They're going to do the withholding. Some of them do the withholding. Some of them don't. It depends on the company. If the company doesn't take the withholding out, then when you do your taxes, your brokerage company, Charles Schwab, T. Rowe Price, whoever the company that you work for, whoever they use to manage their 401k, they're going to send you a 1099. It'll be a 1099-R. It'll be a 1099-D or something like that. I have to I have to Google and figure out which 1099 do they send you when you're receiving dividend income off of mutual funds or whatever. But it'll be like that. So when you do your taxes, you got your 1099, and then you're doing your taxes, and you're like, okay, I'm retired. Okay, I'm doing my taxes. I made, say you got 886,382 times 0.05. You're drawing $44,000 off this money a year. And if you collecting Social Security, you're getting Social Security too. Social Security be another 10,000. So you're getting about $55,000 in retirement. But this is for tax deferred. So when you're doing your taxes, you're gonna have to pay $19. You're gonna have to pay the taxes on this money when you take it out. That's if you select tax deferred, because you got a tax deduction while you were investing during your working career. I don't like this. I don't like this. Typically, people who select this are high income earners. Okay, because they think they're gonna make less money in retirement. For people who make less money in their working years and who gonna earn more in retirement, will elect to do a Roth. Okay, so you're gonna pay 20%. You don't know what the tax is gonna be 20, 30 years from now, but we're using 20%. 44,319 times point. Hold on, I did it wrong. Times 0.2. You're gonna pay 88.63 in taxes. Okay. And your Social Security, I don't know if you pay taxes on Social Security or not. I have to think about that. I think you do pay taxes on Social Security. I'm not sure. On Social Security income. But anyway, 44,319 minus 88.63, that's going to leave you with $35,000 a year, which is the same as this number here. But you don't pay this tax in one lump sum. You pay it in different intervals in your retirement career. As you retire 2, 3, 5, 10 years in retirement, this number fluctuate because the government, the tax brackets change. Okay, Mary Rochelle says you pay taxes on a portion of Social Security when you have other taxable income as well. Okay, cool. So you pay taxes on Social Security. So this here, I don't like it. I don't like it. For W-2 people, most people make more money in their retirement than they ever made in their working career. Okay, this is stupid. The math proves this tax deferred is stupid. Should never ever choose this. In retirement, you don't want to be, you want all your money in retirement. You want all your money. You don't want to be paying taxes in retirement. During your working career, you want the money to do the most damage. You want while you're working, you're able to work. You want the money to have the best bang for its buck, and Roth always the way to do it. And let me show you the difference. See this taxes right here you done paid? It's gonna be way a lot different in a Roth. Okay. So let me erase some of this. Okay, let me erase that. Now, if you select a Roth, it's you gonna invest into your Roth at your company on this number after tax. Okay. And the 15% gonna be based on this number. Okay. So basically you paying the tax on the money already while you're working. So 810 times 0.15, that's gonna give you $121 a week going into your 401k times 52. 121 a week times 52. That's 67, 62.92 a year going into a 401k or IRA, a Roth. We're doing a Roth here. Okay. Now let's go back on investor.gov and do this as a Roth. Okay. A month. How much is this a month? 121 a month. 121 times 4. We putting in 484 a week. I mean 484 a month times 25, 11, the same stuff. Okay. Now, if you invest in a Roth, if you do all this same stuff, but it's a Roth, you're going to have $715,015. Remember the tax deferred? All this money right here is growth. You done paid the taxes on it already. You get to draw off this money and pay no taxes on it because it's in a Roth. Per the IRS, per 401k, per the IRS section code 401k. That's what 401k stands for. It's the IRS section code. You can look it up. Okay. You got the 403b. You got pension plans. They all in that same IRS code. This is an IRS code. So basically, it's for taxes. Okay. So this same money, we get to draw. What I draw? 5%. What I said? 5%. So if we draw, let's see, 715 times 0.05. This calculator, I have to type stuff twice. I gotta type stuff twice with this calculator, man. I don't know I get. But anyway, what did I do last time? Did I do 6%? Hold on. 886. I'm trying to see. I don't remember what I did. Yeah, you can switch from a traditional to a Roth, but you got to know how to do it. When you switch, you just got to, from that period on, you got to continue as a Roth. If you already got the money as a traditional, say you got 50,000 in there. If you go and change the whole account, now you got to pay taxes on all that whole 50,000. I wouldn't do that. Okay. Leave the money where it is. Let that money be traditional. From that time forward, go as a Roth. Okay. You got to know how to do it. You got to be careful because you're going to end up paying taxes on that money. Okay. I forgot what I did. 150. Hold on. I have to work backwards. Hold on, y'all. 150 times 52. Okay. Let's see, 7. 886, 382 times 0.05. Okay, I did 5%. Okay, I did 5%. So 715,015 times 0.05. See right here, we ain't paying no taxes because it's in the Roth. So you just take a 5% draw as income. So 35,750 is your yearly income off this money. Okay. 35,750. Let's see, divided by 12. That's gonna give you $2,900 a month plus Social Security. Now, What number did we have before? We had 44 something. What was the number? I don't remember. 44. Hold on. Let me see. I had to go back. 88, 6, 382. Times 0.05. It was 44, 319. Okay. Okay. And our taxes was how much? Our taxes was 88.63. I'm trying to work back so I can compare these numbers. 319 minus 88.63. It looked like it's almost about the same. It's almost about the same. 35,456. So if you compare Roth money versus tax deferred money, it looks like you get a little bit more money. But where Roth shines is that you get more time on it. Once you start getting like 30 years invested, you ain't paying taxes no more. On the short term, this is good, but on the long term, this beat this. Ugh. Let's play with the numbers some more. Let me go up here and put just adding another 5 years from 25 to 30 years. Let me put 30 years in here. Okay. Just 5 more years. Because these numbers are so small, it don't really make a difference at 25 years. But at 30 years, investing is 1.258739. Okay. This is a Roth. And so you do a 5% draw. You can do 6, whatever you want. So 1.25739 times point. That's gonna give you 62,936. We ain't paying no taxes on this money. You ain't paying. This is all growth. Okay, you ain't paying no taxes on this money. From 25 years to 30 years, it's 5 more years of working gives you like 40% more money. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, you're getting almost 50% more money. 50% more money for working 5 more years. So if you guys trying to retire early, you might want to think about it. just working 5 more years get you almost double the money. So now we got 62,000 coming in. We ain't paying taxes on. All right, now let's compare that to a traditional. Okay, let's compare that to a traditional. What I said, 150 a month, no, 150 a week times 4. Okay, for 30 years. In a traditional, you would have 1.560421 in that account. Then you got to pay. I don't know what the taxes is going to be in the future. It may be 30%. Who knows? You're paying 20% tax bracket. It may be more, 25%, who knows, 30%. Okay. 0.5, 60421 times 0.2. You're gonna pay 312,084 in taxes. Okay. So if we subtract that taxes from that, that'll give us what we're looking at. 1,560,421 minus 312,084. That's gonna give us $1.248,337 after taxes. If we doing a Roth, we got a little bit more money, just a little bit more money. Okay, doing a Roth. We're looking at like what, 10, 12, about $10,000 or something like that. We get a little bit more money. So if the longer you invest, you get more money. Okay, so that's why I choose a Roth. And so when you call down the HR department and you say, hey man, I want to invest in the 401k plan, you do the Roth. How do you decide which funds to choose? Most companies will select the plan your employees that's served based on each person's retirement year. Is it true the limit for a Roth is $6,000 a year? Right now, for an IRA, yeah, it's $6,000 a year right now for an IRA. For a 401k at a company that you work for, I think it's like 19,000, 20,000, 19,500. So if you work at a company and they got a TSP, 403B, 401k, profit sharing, or whatever, however they want to code it, you can contribute up to $19,000 a year, 19.5 in a 401k. 401k. In the IRA, it's $6,000 a year. Okay, so which is great because you can do, I think I'm done talking about that part. Because like in a 401k, you can do, say you make, I talk to guys, they making $75,000 a year as a company driver. You've been there for a while, you got 10 years tenure, okay? You got 10 years seniority, 15 years seniority. You up in this range, 75, 80, somewhere in there as a company driver, okay? I bump into some local guys working at FedEx, XPO. They up in this range, okay? Okay. Depending on the company, you can invest $19,000 of your income. You can do tax deferred or a Roth. I recommend a Roth. If you do a tax deferred, that's a hell of a tax deduction. That's a hell of a tax deduction. If you do a Roth, you're not getting a tax deduction, but you're getting tax-free growth. That's free money, man. It's free money. So if you're making $75K a year, you putting 19.5 in retirement. 19.5. That's gonna leave you with 55,500 to live on. Now, depending on which one you pick, tax deferred or tax the Roth, depending on which one you pick, is gonna dictate how powerful this number is, the 55,000. Most people, once they get up to 75,000, they could never think they could live on 55,000. Like I said before, it's a muscle you have to work up to. You have to make investing a priority in your life. Okay? It's up to you. You can choose not to do this. You can turn this video off. Turn it off. You don't like my videos? Turn it off. Okay? But for the guys that stand, 55,000, you got to figure out how to live on this money. If you're making 75, 80K, you can put the max contribution. You can max your 401k out every year. Let's play with the numbers. Let's play with the numbers. Okay. 19.5 to make this kind of money and live on this, your expenses got to be very low. Your car got to be paid for. You got to have low mortgage, low rent, or pay for a house to do this. You can do it, but you got to decide which more important. Okay, having an Escalade truck in the yard or having a fruitful retirement, being able to go wherever you want to go, do whatever you want to do. When you hit 60 years old, you can go into your manager's office and just tell them, I quit, bitches, I quit. You got 5 million in the bank. I think it's going to be about 4 or 5 million. 19.5 divided by, 19.5 divide 12. That's 16.25 a month. 16.25 a month going into your 401k. Okay, let's go on here, investor.gov. 16.25. You probably didn't do this for 30 years. Okay. You didn't do this for 30 years. When you first started at your job, you probably started at like 100 a month. Then you worked up to 500 a month. Then most people, when they get into a 401k, they steady for about a while, maybe 5, 10 years, 15 years at like maybe 600 or 700 a month, right? They steady. This don't even include the company match. I forgot about that. I have to go back and talk about the company match. My bad. I have to go back. But anyway, so you're not contributing 16.25 a month for 25 months. So I'm gonna put 20 years down. That 20 years allows you to accommodate to accommodate for market fluctuations. You might change jobs in your working career. In 20, 30 years, I mean, you could change 3, 4 jobs in 20 years. You know what I mean? So that, 15 so years. So let's play with these numbers. Okay, if you put 16.25 a month, making 75K, you got 1,003,904. And you taking a 5, 6, 7% draw, you making just about the same amount of money you did when you was working. 6%. Yep, that's 79,000. That's 79,000. And this is in a Roth IRA. You ain't paying no taxes on that money. Tax free. You making 80K a year in retirement. And don't let you have a couple of 4 units on the side. You got 3 4 units on the side, plus this. You got 3 paid for 4 unit rental properties. That's so you got 2 or 3 of them paid off, paid for. As W-2 people, we can do this, man. You just got to decide which is more important. Jeff said, loan me some of that money. Jeff know what I'm talking about. I know Jeff don't talk about this stuff on his videos, but I guarantee you Jeff is doing this. I know he don't talk about it, but I don't want to put you on blast, Jeff, but I know he is. He's, you know, I know you're doing this, Jeff. I bet Jeff got $1 million. I bet Jeff got $2 million in a retirement account somewhere. I bet you do. Yeah, I bet you do, man. You know, I don't know if Jeff house is paid for. I would hope that his house is paid for. If his house is paid for, telling y'all. So, yeah. So you don't have to go. You don't have to go all in. This is the max contribution for a 401k. Okay. For IRA is 6%. Okay. So, I mean, we can do it, man. We can do it. You just got to decide, you know. Okay. DMC asking a bunch of questions. Could you switch from traditional 401k? Yeah, I talked about that. Then when you retire, you would pay taxes on the traditional portion. Yeah. Long time ago, I switched my account from a traditional. When I started learning about this stuff, at that point, I don't even think I had like maybe, I think I had maybe like 10, 15,000 in there. And so I went ahead and changed the whole thing over to a Roth and just paid the taxes on it. Okay. It was like $2,000 in taxes. Cause like, if you got a traditional, okay, and you got 15,000 in there, you got to pay your 20% earned income tax on that. Okay, it's, you know, it's just not a bunch of money. It's like what, $2,500. You pay the $2,500 tax and move on. You just pay the $2,500 tax and move on. I did that way back in, damn. I did that 2004, 2005. That was, damn, that was a long time ago, man. That was 15, 16 some years ago, man, when I did that. I think I had like 10,000 in there. I was working at Publix. I think I was working part-time at Publix. That was a long time ago. I was in college then, man. It was a long time ago, man. But the point I'm trying to make is you do it and you move on. Don't let, because your account is going to grow millions of dollars. Millions. Your account is going to grow millions. Don't let $2,000 cost you millions. Okay? Change it to a Roth. Okay? Please. Now, if you got 50,000 in there and you want to change it to a Roth, I don't know. You might want to let that traditional stay there and just change the account and just from then on contribute as a Roth, because you got to pay taxes, and most people don't have 10,000. That's 25%. Yeah, that's 10,000. That's a waste of money. Just leave it. Just leave it. So let's see. What else? Go through these questions. How do you decide which funds to choose? Most companies select a plan for the employees that's conservative based on retirement year. Yeah, I always tell people when they sign up for a company's 401k plan, they give you a login and everything. You get the login and check it out. Okay. You go in there, you learn everything you need to learn, and be hands-on with your account. Okay. So most accounts are like this. Okay. You on the computer. This is the computer screen. They're gonna have 4 funds. They're gonna have they're gonna have a G fund. A G fund could be a growth fund. Depending on the place you work at, it could be a growth fund. It could be a general fund. All companies call them different. Then they'll have like an A fund. It'll be like aggressive growth fund. Okay. They'll have like an I fund. It'll be an international income. Let's say it'll be like they call them all different things depending on where you work at. It'll be G fund, A fund, C fund, a P fund, W fund. They call them all different names, right? And then they might have like bonds. Okay. The B fund. Bonds. That'll be your bonds. Okay. So usually when I go in mine, if you're young, if you're like 25, 30 years old, I would put the bulk of my money. I would put like 50% of my money. And then sometimes, depending on your company, if they're publicly traded, they'll have the company stock. That'll be the stock. Okay. Okay. It'll be the stock. I don't recommend dumping all your money in just one company stock. These are all like index funds or mutual funds. It's got a whole bunch of companies in them. I would put maybe 5% in the stock, in the company. And so how they do it is you can come in and allocate a certain percentage of your paycheck, or say you got 150 a week going in here. It's going in there, 150 a week. What I like to do is I'll divide this by 4. And so it'll have some settings up here. Okay, it'll be some settings up here or down here on the side. You go into the account and you change the contribution allocations. You go into the account and you say, hey, I want to divide this up by 4. I want 25% to go into the G fund. I want 25% to go into the C fund. The C fund would be like publicly traded companies, aggressive growth. I'll put some in aggressive growth. I'll put some in growth and income. That's the most important one. Growth and income is your companies that appreciate and the companies that pay out a dividend. So that's your growth and income. Okay. It'll be like a GI fund or something. Whatever the companies call them different names. It'll be a GI fund. I will put 25% here. Okay. And then I would put like, I don't know, 10% in bonds. And then they'll have international, and then I put 15% in international. That'll be my 100% allocation. Okay. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every week you got $125 divided by 5. Basically, you would have $30. You have $30 a week. $30 a week. $30 a week every week going into here. That's typically what your average company 401k online portal would look like at your job. Okay. So you go in and you change the allocations. Most companies, they're going to put it in bonds or the conservative fund, G fund. No, if you're young and you got at least 15 to 20 years of working life, at least 15 to 20 years of working life ahead of you, make your account as aggressive as possible because you want to capture all that growth. Okay. The aggressive growth companies, these are companies like Amazon, Facebook. These aggressive growing companies. Okay. Microsoft. There are hundreds of companies in these funds. Okay. And then you got the international. These are companies that are like overseas. These are companies like LG. Okay. Overseas companies. Mitsubishi, Toyota, Nissan, BMW, Canon. Canon is an international company. Even though they got U.S. presence, a lot of these companies, they come off as U.S. companies, but a lot of them are foreign. There's some banks that are overseas. LG, you got Mitsubishi. Those are international companies. So as LG grows, you caption that under international. Okay. So you putting some money in that. Okay. And you're basically riding with the stock market. You're putting it as the world economy grows, you're riding with it. You're building wealth with it. Okay. And you're getting this account right here. All this right here is building up to a $1.2 million account. That's what you want in retirement for W-2 guys. And you take a 6% draw as a salary. Okay. And that's your life. You never, ever cash out this money, ever. You want to take a draw on it. You never. You want to be able to hand this down to your children. If you die, in the account, when you open up the account, you elect beneficiaries. You put your wife down, your daughters down, whoever you want to leave this money, you want to leave this wealth to somebody. This is how you build wealth. Okay. As a working person in America. Okay. As a W-2 person. All right. That's the game right there. I just told y'all this is free. I just told y'all free game. Okay. As a working class person. It don't even matter if you work at McDonald's, they got a 401k plan. Dollar Tree, you work at Quick Trip, you work at JB Hunt, it don't matter if you a janitor or you executive at a Fortune 500 company. It don't even matter. All this stuff is the same, man. All of it. All of it. What else? What about doing a company 401k and a separate Roth IRA? Yes, do that. Because company 401ks, as great as they are, they only let you do so much. Okay. With a lot of company 401ks, from my experience, the performance of those funds and those accounts are not that good. They're good. You know, you can get 7, 8, 9%. But then if you go and open up your own Roth IRA, you get access to more. You get access to the open market. Okay, you get access to you get access to the open market. Okay, and so you can get access to funds that are doing 12, 13, 14, 15%. Okay, and then you can do real estate. And real estate, you can get 30, 40, 50% rate of return doing real estate. Okay. So yeah, I suggest doing that. Okay. Okay. Sweetness say I have a traditional 401k with company match 6% taking 6% thinking of doing a separate Roth IRA. Yeah, you can do that because you want to contribute up to the 6% to get the free money. The company is giving free money. I didn't even talk about that. Let me talk about that. My bad. So if you're making $1,000 a week and after taxes, you're making 8, 10 a week. Okay. If you watch my videos, you're doing a Roth. Okay. You're doing 15%. Okay. That's 484. No, my bad. That's $121 a week. That's your money. And then the company is going to match up to 6%. So they're going to put in another 6%. So I forgot all about the company match. My bad. Shoot. 18 times point. So the company is going to put in additional CM for company match. Additional $48.60. I forgot all about the doggone company match. 21 plus $48. Okay, that's going to give you a total contribution of $169. Okay, we're going to go in here and put this money in here. Okay, 169 times 4. We putting in 676 a month. 25 years. So with the company match, after 25 years of working, with the company match, 25 years of work, you will have 900 and almost $1 million. Okay, basically $1 million. So that's basically a difference of like 7, 8, 9. The company match is giving you. Remember that other number we had is 715,000. It's basically the company is giving you 200,000 free money. Basically, that's basically what they're doing. And you know, I mean, you don't have to open the IRA, but you know, I suggest open up an IRA because you get more experience, you get more hands-on with the investment products in your account. At a company sponsored 401k, it don't do nothing. It's just you can change your allocations, and that's about it. And put in beneficiaries. That's about it. When you open up an IRA account at like a T. Rowe Price, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, you got way more control over it. You can select all the different. You can. You just got more tools available to you. You do more. You got access to more information. It's just you're just more hands on with it. It's just more. You got more funds available to you. Okay, and so that's why I recommend a Roth IRA. And along that, if you open up an IRA, that means you more hands-on, you get more experience. You're gonna be more involved in your investing. Because if you just putting money in a 401k and that's it, then that's it. You're not really thinking about it. So what about doing, okay, I have a traditional 401k. Okay, I got that. Jonathan, okay. Jeffrey Light said self-employed should be doing at least a SEP plan. Yeah, you could do a SEP. A SEP IRA is an old, phased out program that I think they need to do away with because it's an old-fashioned plan. Okay. Here's a SEP, right? SEP IRA. Okay. Self-employed pension plan. I think that's what it's called. Okay. With a SEP, you only get to contribute 25% of your, I think it's your after-tax income. So if you're self-employed, whatever you show on line, I forgot, I think it's line 30, 31 as profit, you only get to contribute up to 25% of that. Okay, if you're watching my videos, you're not paying no taxes. And so when you got your Schedule C, okay, you got all your deductions. Line 31, I think, you don't want that number a big number. You don't want to be paying taxes. You want that number to be low, like 10,000. Okay, you're showing profit of 10,000. That means you only get to put in $2,500 into yourself. You get what I'm saying? You know, if you're doing your own taxes, okay. But if you're showing a profit of like 60, let's say, that's why I don't like SEPs. So if you showing a profit of 75,000 as self-employed guy, and with a SEP, you get to contribute 25% of this. Okay, this is why I don't like SEPs. Times 0.25. That means if you're showing a profit of 75,000, that means you got to pay taxes on this money. You got to pay taxes on this. A SEP is basically a traditional. So basically you taking 25% off this number. So you're doing 18,750, right? And so that's what you contributing to the SEP. So you do 75,000 minus 18,750. That's going to bring you down to 56,500, and you still got to do your per diem and all that stuff. So like, I don't like SEPs. I don't like them. They're I don't know. They're just old fashioned. I don't like SEPs. That's just my opinion. I may be wrong, but from what I read about SEPs, I don't like them. What I like What I tell guys, self-employed guys, is to get a solo 401k. Self-employed guys with their own truck and trailer. Yes, solo 401k. It's my favorite. I love it. I love this because with a solo 401k, you get to contribute up to 100% of your salary. So if you only show a profit of 10,000, that means you get to contribute 10,000 to the solo 401k. That's better. Okay, you get to put money as the employer and as the employee. And as the employee, up to 50, I forgot, I think it's 57,000, 56,000 a year. Solo 401k, better than the SEP. It shits all over a SEP. SEP is a waste of time. Now, to open up a solo 401k, it is more paperwork, but the paperwork is worth it. The paperwork is worth it. Because check this out. Check this out. In order to qualify for a solo 401k, you have to be a solo one-man business. And now the only exception is if you're married, your wife or spouse get to contribute into the solo 401k. So if you contributing 10,000 and your spouse, she self-employed too, she can have a regular W-2 job and put money into it too. Okay. Say she can help you, y'all can work together, okay, and she can put in 10,000. Okay. Because you got the $56,000 threshold. That's 19,500 on the employer side and 19,500 on the employee side. Okay. That's crazy. And so both of y'all get to put money in the solo 401k. That's $20,000 a year. Okay. That's the only exception that an outside person, a person that's not a owner of the business. If you're a single one-man business, this is how this works. So both of y'all putting in 20 grand a piece. Okay. For a married couple. You can't have employees doing a solo 401k. That's defeat the purpose. It's defeat the purpose. But you put in 20,000, man. That's you do the math for a married couple, 20,000. That is if your wife or spouse is self-employed too. If both of y'all self-employed, this is the shit right here. Solo 401k, it's the shit. Let's see, divide 12. That's basically 1666 a month. Okay. And if you got a successful, sustainable business, if your business is successful and you guys are, you're self-employed, maybe you guys have a business together. Okay. You guys run a little small business together, married couple running a business together. Y'all can do this. You can do this. Number can be anything. I just use 10. Okay. Say y'all running a trucking business together. Okay. Some of you guys, you driving a truck. Okay. And then you can put 10,000 on your side, and then your wife can put another 10,000 but you got to pay her as a you got to pay her a salary, because then it's got to show her portion going in. Okay, so um, you got to do a S corporation election to do this, but both y'all can put 10,000 inside here. Okay, that's why I love Soul 401k. It's killing it. So if y'all self-employed, y'all putting in 16,000 a month, 1,600 a month for 25 years, man. That's 2.4 million. Let me zoom on this screen over here, because y'all not seeing it. Y'all see that? 2.4 million. Putting 16, a married couple for a solo 401k. That's why I don't like SEPs. SEPs are old-fashioned business or old-fashioned retirement plan. They need to get rid of them. Solo 401k is better. It's another way self-employed establish retirement. What about fund? What about a fund that tracks the S&P? It's just another index. You just buy S&P. You open up one of these accounts and then you just buy an S&P 500. Fidelity got an S&P 500. Charles Schwab, T. Rowe Price, everybody got S&P 500s. You just buy them. Basically, you shop around and you pick the one that's earning the best rate of return. It's got the lowest fees. Okay. I don't like to have fees more than like 0.5%. 0.5 is expensive, but you can get an index fund like at 0.02, 0.03% expense ratio. So if you're self-employed, check E-Trade. They have a solo 401k. Yeah, I got a whole video talking about that. You go back in my videos. I got a whole video talking about what if you're not W-2, but you're 1099. I got a whole bunch of videos. This video is for W-2 guys. I'm trying to stick to the W-2 question. Okay. Jeff talking about a SEP. Now, a SEP IRA to me is not the best retirement plan. However, it is a plan. It's better than nothing. So if you got a SEP 401k, I won't get mad at you. However, there's something better out here. Okay. It's better out here. So long as you're doing something, I need to switch my funds over more aggressive. Yes. If you're like 30 years old and you got 20, 30 years more working life in you, yes, put all your money in aggressive stuff. I was putting 50% of it in aggressive stuff, So, when I say aggressive is so you got 2010, 2020. Hold on, let me do this. Let me redo this. 2000. Yeah, let's leave that 2010. All right, because it's just a demonstration. Aggressive funds have a higher volatility. Okay, so when they swing heavy, they go up, they go way down, up, they go way down. Okay, this is what a graph looks like on aggressive funds. Okay. This is what a graph looks like on aggressive funds. They swing hard. They When they come up, they come up. They making money, right? But when they come down hard. But they come up, they go down. They come up. If you look at Amazon's graph, if you look at Amazon's chart right now, it's probably going to look like this. It's going to look like this. Zoom, if you look at Zoom stock, it's probably going to look like this. Okay. But if you pick a boring index, right, it's probably going to look like this. Okay. It's got low volatility. It's going to show a steady climb. And so what happens is when you're investing in your 401k, you're catching you every week your money goes in, you're buying more shares. You're buying shares here. You're just buying more shares. Every week you're buying shares. You catching the shares as they go down, they come up, they go down. They call that cost averaging. Okay, you're just buying shares. Every week you're buying shares, buying. Every week you're getting paid, you're working, getting paid, and you're buying shares. The market goes up, it goes down, go up, go down, you're working, buying shares. That's what you're doing when you invest in the 401k or whatever. So if you invest in something that's conservative like this, you're not capturing that swing. So like you're not capturing that swing. So when a stock goes up, you're buying. When a stock goes down, you're buying. When the stock goes up, you're buying. And the stock goes down, you're buying. In aggressive growth, you're capturing those points where you're buying when they're high, you're buying when they go way low. You're capturing more growth. It's aggressive because it's swinging hard. Okay, volatility. It's got a lot of volatility in it. That volatility, there's money to be made between these points, between here and here. There's money to be made. Let me put dollar signs in here. Dollar signs. Okay, there's money to be made in between those points. Okay. If you got a conservative fund that's going like this, this is what a bond looks like. Boring. Nothing going on. You're not capturing those ups and downs. Okay. Heavy swings. Okay. So the difference between them, you're making money. Okay. So you buy, when you invest into your 401k, your account is automatically buying shares. So it's buying at $10. And then you get paid and it buys a share at $8. And then you get paid and buys some more shares at $6. And then as the stock or the price of the mutual fund goes up, you buying shares at $7, $8, $12, $13, $20, $50. Okay, so that's why you need, as a young person in your 20s, 30s, early 40s, you need to invest in aggressive growth. Okay, so you can capture more growth. Okay, so that's the deal with that. What if you're not W-2, switch? Could I set up a Roth IRA directly debit from my business account? Yes, that's what I do. Because the whole point is you want the money to get out of your account before you got a chance to spend it. It's a psychological thing I do. Because I know myself. If the money ain't invested, I'm gonna spend it. Okay, I'm gonna buy tires, I'm gonna do other junk with it. Investing is too doggone important to be buying other stuff. Okay. We don't need the junk that we think we need. We don't need this junk out here. We don't need it. We don't need it. I would rather have 1.2, 1.5 million in my account at 65 than any of this junk in here. I don't need it. The cell phone, I don't need this junk. It's junk. Bunch of junk. Okay. You don't need it. Okay. We think we need it. All you need is water and air. That's all you need. Really, that's the truth. We really don't need all this junk out here. Let's see. Could I set up my, okay, I did that. Thanks for breaking down the numbers for really opens up my eyes potential. That's right, man. It's too easy. It's only $125 a week for 6,000. That's right. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. So no matter which business in the type, as long as you're one man business rather than SB, you can still have a solo folk. Yes. Okay. Do you day trade stocks on the side? I don't want to say I day trade. I'm more of a swing trader. I swing trade. Of my retirement portfolio, I do have a few brokerage accounts I use for just personal investing. Okay. So investing, you guys need to build investing into your lifestyle. Okay. Real estate. Okay. I talk about it all the time. Get your 4 unit. Even if you just want 1 4 unit, just get one. Just get one, a 4 unit real estate. A Roth 401k. Okay. An IRA. Okay. Your house that you live in. Your house is not an investment, but your house adds to your net worth. Okay. So say you got your balance sheet. Okay. Your balance sheet. Okay. Your balance sheet tells the world how much you're worth. You as a person, how much you worth. Okay. This is you. Okay. You as a person. This is you. This is how much you're worth. That's what your balance sheet says. So this stuff right here will be reflected on your balance sheet. Even though you don't make money with your house would be on your balance sheet. Okay. It's an asset. Okay. It's an asset. You have this stuff right here. Okay. Cash. Cars. Okay. Jewelry. Things that, have some value that you own. Things that you own. Okay. A truck and trailer. Truck and trailer. Okay. What else? Cash, cars, IRA, Roth. Okay. Stocks. I forgot to put stocks up there. Stocks. Okay. All this stuff right here is reflected here. And it basically tells the world how much you worth. How much you worth. Okay. So if you got real estate that's 200K, you got a Roth 401k that's worth 500K. It's got mutual funds in it. You got another IRA that's got 50,000 in it. You got some cash. Okay. You got 50,000 in cash. You got a couple of cars in the yard. You got they're paid for and they're worth something. And so you got two paid for cars, 3, 4 of them, 5 of them, and they're the total value of them is about 30,000. Okay, 30K. You got cars. You got a truck and trailer. Your truck and trailer. Your trailer is worth 15. Your truck is worth 25. So you got $40,000 worth of business equipment, 40K, and you got some stocks. You got $20,000 in stocks. Okay, you add this stuff up, that adds to your balance sheet. So that's why I talk about the house. So, so you got 200K plus 500K plus 50K plus I can't read my own handwriting. Another 50K plus 30K plus 40K plus another 20K. So once you look at your balance sheet and minus your debts, total owner's equity and cash, you're worth $800, $900. That's how much you're worth. That's how much you're worth. Okay, that's part of the. That's why you got to invest. Okay, that's why you got to invest for this right here, for this balance sheet. You got to put more stuff in the asset column. So, as a W-2 guy, you got a job. Okay, you got a job, W-2. Okay, you have a balance sheet. Balance sheet. Okay. Your job income. You need to $75,000 a year. You need to funnel this money down here for appreciating assets. Okay. Put it here. So this stuff will make you your net worth, what you're worth. Okay, dollar signs. Okay, your balance sheet. This tells the world how much you're worth. Assets. Okay, you got columns. You got asset column. You got liabilities column and owner's equity. Okay. You don't want all this. You don't want a bunch of shit in the you don't want a bunch of shit in the liabilities column. That's a bunch of bills. Okay. You want to put stuff in the asset column. You put more stuff in the asset column, like what I just talked about, then this right here, okay, becomes this net worth. Okay, equity, stuff that you own. This stuff is producing income. Okay. You're without working, no work involved, no labor involved. If you can generate 100,000 a year without working from this stuff right here, you're good. Assets come down to here that go in your pocket. That's the game right there. That's at the end of the day, all this stuff is about this right here in the asset column. That's what it's all about right here. All that column right there. That's what all this shit is about right here. This asset column. Books, trade, books, music patents, music rights, uh, uh, music videos, rental properties, stocks, all that stuff. Go right here in his asset columns, copyrights. Okay. Generate this here. Gives you a net worth. Okay. So when you watching TV and they say, oh, X, Y, and Z is worth 20 million. Okay. LeBron James is worth X million. He got a lot of this shit in here. Okay. We can do this, man. You just gotta stop spending your money on the wrong stuff. We can do this. We can do this. Okay. It's only $125 a week. Yep. So no matter which business, yep. Yep. So I got about a good 2 hours on here. You know, I appreciate y'all stopping by. You know, we got 13 people in here. I hope, you know, some of y'all guys that are W-2 guys, you know, company drivers can take some of this information and get this here, you know, get this here. Shoot. So you retire. Playing with y'all. Keep on playing. But hey, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.